Shit, I don't know who ain't want you to locker room, but saying my name on your podcast gonna get you cooked. Now, first and foremost, when it come down to fanhood, I've been here before. I see my team worse than this. I'm talking about 12-win seasons. I'm talking about missing the playoffs. I'm talking about way back when they came to Brooklyn. So don't talk to me about what it is about being fans and this and that, about how you did what with what, bro. When it come down to fanhood, I already earned my stripes. And again, that being said, I don't appreciate you trying to make it seem like I'm going anywhere, because at the end of the day, I got way more content than just that. Far as knowing the game and knowing basketball, and on top of that, the Brooklyn Nets, you seen what happened as far as rosters and everything that was going on. Now everybody could be the GM, you know what I'm saying, and assemble such teams. But that being said, what happened with our team then kind of happened with your team, but not the same. But again, don't mention my name and it like you cook something. You ain't cooking nothing. Like I said, far as expectations, yeah, we got our own problems and what we need to discuss, but playing with my name still gonna get you cooked, with us even getting swept. Now, that being said, the reason why I'm saying all of this and asking you to tread lightly is because when it comes down to fanhood, bro, you travel with LeBron. You know, you follow a great player. I follow a team. That is a difference. And again, that being said, when it comes down to fanhood, don't pretend like you're a Laker fan, you're a LeBron James fan. So I'm a fan of a team, you a fan of a player. Now that we got that established, let me tell you the difference. When you a team fan, you go with the ship wherever it go. It's sink or swim. And that's what kind of fan I am. You, on the other hand, like LeBron, if this ship gonna sink, you gonna jump to another ship. And that's why he be in conversations losing when you talk about Jordan, because Jordan took that franchise, the Bulls, who had 0 championships, and gave them championships. And that's what was part of LeBron greatness, is him getting Cleveland Cavaliers their first championship. Him getting a championship with the Lakers does not have the same meaning as him winning in Cleveland. Now, that being said, watch what you say when you speak my name. Like I told you prior, when it come down to the Brooklyn Nets, regardless on how well they do season to season, I'm gonna continue to be the fan. You go where LeBron go. So stop it. Mentioning my name again is gonna get you somewhere. You like, wow, I shouldn't have vlogged that. I could have just skipped Breezy and not said nothing. Let us deal with our own problems. We fans, that's Nets fans, going through something. We went and did some good, but we could have did better. But that's between Nets fans. Ain't got nothing to do with you, because you ain't even a fan of a team. You a fan of a player. There's levels to this. I've been waiting for this all week, son. Look, don't play with me. Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you, man. Every time I ask any of these vloggers to tread lightly, they still continue to say all of these things that gets them in hot water. And again, you don't know what it's like to lose and stick with it until they get better, regardless of what happens. You don't have that energy. You're not in fanhood like that. You know, in fanhood, there's levels in fanhood. You a fan boy because you don't represent the hood. You represent the player. So don't pretend that representing a player and representing a team is the same thing. So watch your fanboy mouth anytime you vlog on my name. Let's slow it down. This is the facts. When it comes down to the Brooklyn Nets, I'm going to ride with this team regardless of how they do. Yeah, we got issues to discuss, but again, like I said, that's between Nets fans, and we do that. I'm going to ride out the whole summer. We ain't got basketball for 6 months. I mean, we got the summer league, but shit, the playoffs don't start until October. That's a long time. That's a long time for a Nets fan to wait for basketball. I cannot lie. So again, man, shout to John, shout to Lake Bremer, shout to Big Tone. You know what I'm saying? They still in the playoffs. I respect it, you know what I'm saying? Shout to Hemi Butler. You know, that's what they calling him out here, you know what I mean? You know, it was nice to represent basketball, a good brand of basketball, seeing him do what he did in the playoffs. So shout to him. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Iceman in the building. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be here for the whole summer, man. Ain't no fanboy that only represent a team, a player, gonna ever run me out the building, man. It's like that. I'm out here. Shout out to all of the fans that love their teams, and shout out to the fans that's in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna be here for the Nets fans. We going through something. You know what I mean? We got swept 2 seasons in a row. We gotta heal from that. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be here part of the healing process. Shout out to all of Nets fans that's going through this, that's still watching the playoffs, still watching teams compete. Even the Wolves won one game just to say they were there. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, I'm gonna hear more of this on Saturday at 11 o'clock. KBN, Who Run the City, the podcast. That's Knicks versus Nets, Who Run the City, the podcast. It's like that, but I don't care, man. I'm gonna still be there, man. I'm here for it all, man. We're getting a lot of questions about what the Nets is going to do. Everybody entertaining the Dame Lillard, the Trae Young situation. It's no way after last night Atlanta should trade Trae Young. Trae Young should be there, legs crossed, sipping coffee, making negotiations go behoove his situation. It's no way the Iceman is not a good playing a good brand of basketball where he can't, maneuver how he feel like, you know what I mean? So case in point is I don't think he's getting traded. So let's just take Trae Young off the trade block immediately, especially after last night. Dame Lillard, I see they entertaining that heavy. I see, he said he wanted to play the game. Mikal Bridges said, "Oh yeah, I want to play the game." Somebody said, "Why don't you play with Dame?" And then he responded, or Dame responded, or Mikal. I forgot, man. I don't know what these guys are doing. But at the end of the day, I continue my conversation about scoring in the perimeter and scoring on the post. I feel like we need a presence on the post. We had that with Kevin Durant. He could score anywhere on the court. He had his spots where it was more of a mid-range towards the post more than it was the perimeter in the perimeter or mid-range, but he could score from anywhere. But he gave us that option, him being Kevin Durant and having that midi that run the city. So shout out to him. They playing real well. They just advanced to the second round. It look like they playing the Nuggets. That's going to be an entertaining series too. So yeah, I'm watching the playoffs too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be here, man. It's good basketball. Like I said, I'm going through it, man. I wish we was still in it. You know what I mean? To go out and sweep 2 seasons in a row. You know what I mean? Listen, man, I'm looking forward to the future. I seen a press conference with Jacque Vaughn and Sean Marks. And, they talking about getting some nastiness and grittiness. And I'm saying we need to take more 2-pointers and 3-pointers. And if we was going to get somebody, we need to get Mark Williams from Charlotte. Get him. You know what I mean? He can help Clax. He coming off the bench. He could rebound the ball. And, he could play defense. So that being said, you're not going to get much offense from him, but he definitely going to be there to grab rebounds. And that's the nastiness and grittiness that you're talking about. And as far as Charlotte, I think if the Brooklyn Nets had that situation, it'd behoove us to, go the direction we want to go. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we got the upper hand and whatnot. But anyways, I don't know what other players would be on the market for the most part. I had I heard that somewhere, but I thought it was a good idea. I think I heard it on chill with chill. But I don't know. But yeah, listen. We need a post presence. Everybody talking about being guard heavy, and yeah, Spencer not it. I agree. They're not playing Cam Thomas, so we definitely got to worry about the guards. I mean, I just don't want to make it priority because they never gave Cam Thomas a chance, and I wonder what they're going to do with him. I mean, they got to trade him if they can get a player. I know teams is interested. That's the only thing they could do because it's the only thing it look like they are doing. So my thing is, I don't want fans to get excited about the Nets having draft picks if we not focus on our draft picks. And Sean Marks is here. He had Jarrett Allen has been the best draft. Him and Cam Thomas are the best draft picks that Sean Marks has drafted. So what I'm saying is, why get excited about the draft picks or getting a player from the draft if we're not playing the one we could have gave Jarrett Allen a big contract. We didn't. It would have been nice to have him and Clax in the 1-2 thing. You know what I mean? I think they could have shared the ball. You got Clax that played 30 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they could have both got minutes. So that's one of his better draft picks. And then Cam Thomas, I think he's like the second best draft pick since he's been the GM. And he's not he's not playing them. So as a Nets fan, how can I be excited about the draft picks if you get good picks and then don't play them? So okay, so you're gonna get the draft picks and you're gonna use that as collateral to, you know what I'm saying, move up in the draft possibly, or right, get, you know what I'm saying, a trade, or get somebody in a trade situation. You know what I mean? But a team maybe like Charlotte, you know. I think Charlotte is a good direction for the Nets to look in. You know, they got guards there too. They got Terry Rozier. You know, I'm just throwing names out there. They're not playing Cam Thomas. What if Terry Rozier was coming off the bench instead of Cam Thomas? So what if Deontay Graham? You know what I'm saying? He's a small guard too, though. But if that's not going in the direction of nastiness and grittiness, I don't know what these guys are going to do. It's so hard to know what the Nets are going to do season to season. All I know is that we need to have teammates that stay cohesive from season to season and not trade them season to season. We need teammates to be on the same team for like 3-4 seasons for us to be serious, especially in the playoffs, because chemistry is what is a priority and is what's winning games in the playoffs. They bread and butter is the X and O's. I know where you're gonna be at. You ain't even gotta tell me where you're gonna be at. I know where you're gonna be at. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like that when it's in the playoffs, you know, that kicks in, the instinct instead of what we should do. You just got the instincts to do. So, you know, we need some of that. So hopefully we keep some of the teammates for this for a long time. Day'Ron Sharpe and Cam Thomas been on the team for two seasons. They ain't getting no minutes. So, you know what I mean? We're going to get chemistry between Nick Claxton. He could play with anybody. I think we lucky for a player like him. You know, 4 new starters. And, you know, people say he wasn't going to play well after Kevin Durant got traded. And he still continued to play well. So I don't think Clax is getting credit for that, for playing well with both rosters, the before the trade and after the trade. So shout to Nick Claxton for that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it takes, you know, he's doing this thing. You know what I mean? Shout to him. And, you know, I seen his off-season interview and seemed like he wants to continue to get stronger. Like, I think he think that's part of him getting better, is him getting stronger. And I agree. I think that was part of his process of getting better from the season prior, is when we went to the playoffs, and to the next season, to one, you know, that just, you know, I mean, it's still a season, but we not in it. So it's like, you know what I mean? Whatever. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I think we're gonna see more of an improvement from Clax. And you know what I'm saying? It's like that, you know what I mean? But I see y'all in here, man. I didn't know y'all was gonna be in here, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw the link in the chat just cause, you know, why not? You know what I mean? Word. Yeah, man, I had to get that off my chest though, man. I can't have these vloggers speaking on my name in such a way, you know, like I'm going somewhere because, you know what I mean, because that happened. Like it happened, you know, it happened, and we still here, man. That's fans. We building a culture out here, you know what I'm saying? The culture is that we don't die, we multiply. You know what I'm saying? You see this big fan Breezy logo, look at it like a shield, you know what I'm saying? Protecting all Nets fans from these fanboys out here talking spicy, you know what I mean? Gotta let them know doing that you should be talking to me in a more correct way, you know what I mean? Nicely, you know what I mean? Better said. Now, that being said, when it come down to it, this is what happens. You know, we think about fixing the team, working it out, not trading everybody but one player. See, that's the difference. You know what I mean? So as fans, we gonna build on that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Like I said, man, I'm gonna pull up on your show just for the fun of it. You know what I mean? To kick up dust, just cause. You know what I mean? So shout to him, man. But he gonna get cooked. Shout to Unpopular Opinion Sports. Shout to John. Shout to Frank Thomas Post. Shout to Ice Man. Shout to everybody in the chat, man. Well, I hope I ain't miss nobody, man. But yeah, man, that's what it is. I really want to see what they mean by nastiness and grittiness, and what they want to do with Doe. Now, hypothetically, if we keep these players, I definitely need to see Doe attack the basket. He got to attack the basket. We need him to be more confident, more gritty. And, you know, he's the right size player where he don't have the grittiness that I thought he had as far as his reputation. You know what I'm saying? His reputation, it's like I would have thought he would have been doing more. Word. So, we'll see. Yo, what up, John?
Yo, Scuddy.
I mean, I'm glad I'm a, you know what I mean? Making it through, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was tough, man. It's been tough. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I mean, I wasn't one of those fans in terms of the Nets fans that was wishing that we won one game just so we could say, "Oh, look, we did better than last year." I was like, I was kind of skeptical the whole way through. We had these combos. Jock Vaughn. I really, really think he just underutilized his bench and put the wrong horses out there because I don't even know if you covered it because I haven't seen you in a minute, spoke to you in a minute, but it was just the worst game plan ever, man. Like it was just like, why are you trouting? We could have won all those games. Like,
Talk about it, man. Talk about it.
yeah, I'm watching this whole situation, unfurl. I'm like, come on, man. Why would you roll out Joey Bricks? He went 1 for 13 for this series. Like, come on, this guy's cooked. And I saw something. One of these bloggers, they were basically saying that in the Barclays, right next to the 40-40 area, a picture of Jay-Z is next to a picture of Joey Bricks Harris. Like he was one of the biggest Nets. Like if you didn't know any better, you were like, oh, who is this guy? This guy must be a real Nets. Like it's insane. Like Patrick, what do you call it? Patty Mills? There's too much nepotism in this company, in this organization. It needs to stop, man. Marks has to go. Marks has to go by all means. He has to go because we can't keep going down this road of do-overs. Like this guy had too many chances to build a grit. Like how many times he's gonna come on this? Oh, we need to build grit. He got like the gentrified Brooklyn. This ain't Brooklyn, bro. Like the people he got here playing.
I
like,
talk about it. So talk about it. I want y'all to get into that. Go get into what the team would look like if we had the players that we really want. Nastiness and grittiness. What's the nastiness, grittiness roster look like? What does that look like?
That roster, to be honest, I thought
I'm asking both of y'all. Hold on, let King of Kings go. King of Kings. Let me ask you, what a nastiness and grittiness lineup look like for you, bro?
All right. First and foremost, before I get started, I hate to be the bearer of bad news for the Nets fans, the Nets community, but first round exits is something y'all got to deal with. No matter how many times Sean Marks and Joe Tsai, they said they're going to build grit, that ain't some real shit. Like, if y'all battle rap fans, you know exactly what that is. Like, yo.
Okay. I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Okay, wait.
You tight though, man. Ain't shit funny all summer, man.
Wait. First and foremost, like I'm really here to just like shatter dreams and break eggs because you gotta, in order to make an omelet, you gotta break eggs. So Net fans, for those who are in love with the Trae Young, Damian Lillard idea and suggestions, I just got a question for you. If we just had KD and Kyrie and didn't get the roster built correctly with the current what we got right now, what do you think is going to happen when we add that and then got to possibly trade other pieces away to make it work? Do you think the Nets would wait? Do you think the Nets would be better or worse? And right, and then with the whole Damian Lillard thing is where like where the Nets is really effing up bad because had they not traded away like a top 3 pick, they could have had him a long time ago. But you know that's no here or there, right? Hey, Billy King, how you doing, my man? but you know, yeah. So like Breezy, I see you going north, bro, and I'm listening the whole entire time. And you really remind me of me when I was once you, like that optimistic fan. Like the difference now is that I know, like really know that the Nets is trash. Like super. Like
yeah, but really, but that's what this is what I'm saying about a fan and being who we are. Like you said, we sound like each other sometimes. Look, we care about the team regardless of who the GM, who the owner, who the players. So we always want to be optimistic in a way. This saying it in the this is what I think we should do for it to work. Not saying the actual GM, owner, and the players are doing that, but you want them to do that. You feel what I'm saying? Because you want what's best for the team. I don't know, man.
And wait, I got two more things to say. You said what did it take for the Brooklyn Grit, right?
What's your roster look like with Brooklyn Grit?
My roster consists of I need my two. Give me bacon, egg, and cheese. A little bit of mayo, tomato. That's my starting point. That's my point guard, my shooting guard, right? For lunch, I need a little bit of MOP, some Annie up in there, a little some big verses, and to finish it all off, right? I think I'm gonna need a little bit of a little bit of Hove. I mean, like I show you how to do this, son. Hove
B-side.
To form this Brooklyn Grit you talking about, as well as 4 chicken wings with fried rice. Chop up the wings, make them crispy. All right.
Gluten free Brooklyn.
Wait. Wait, with a large iced tea, and don't be stingy on a duck sauce. All right.
You're not gonna see
that's the type of Brooklyn Grit you need to get back. Like, I don't know, like this new Brooklyn of what Sean Off the Marks is preaching to you guys. Like, good luck to you on that, because like when you really think about it, the words that you're gonna like, I'm trying to prepare you for this. The words you're gonna hear that's gonna dread Net fans: Sean Marks extension. And the reason why that's going to hurt your feelings, because they already started the process without starting the process when they already signed Vaughn. So if they already signed Vaughn and you try to bring in a new GM, the new GM, get what I'm saying? Like the new GM is going to be like, wait, I want my own guy.
That's exactly why Sean Marks did it. Sean Marks is a
Sean Marks hit you with a real sneaks. With a real sneak move.
It was a sneaky. King of Kings. Check it out. Here's the thing, right? Yeah. He knows he was calculating every move that he did, because KD will tell you, he wanted him out because he said roster construction, there's too much turnover. How are we going to have continuity and chemistry if this guy keeps getting pieces and then getting rid of them? Like Bruce Brown right now was a piece you could have utilized in the playoffs. This guy's actually the only dude, one of the few dudes who actually performed last year, and you get rid of him and you keep Patty Mills to just be on the bench being a barista. Like that makes absolutely no sense. Like everything he says is like opposite of what we see. Like you had nastiness. You had 2 dudes with 10-day contracts, and you're talking about we need size. Like how long have we needed size? Like pause. Like this guy's full of shit, bro. Full of shit. Like I'm done.
Hold on. You right though, John. Yo, unpopular opinion. Jump in on this, man. What a roster? I know we mad at Sean Marks, but what a roster look like with some Brooklyn Grit in it though.
What's good, Breezy, man? What's good, man? Appreciate y'all, man. The roster, man, right now is messed up because you got Cam Thomas and Day'Ron Sharpe, who they don't want to give no minutes to. So to me, it's like, okay, if you're not gonna use these players, I mean, you got to move on from them. So, I mean, theoretically, you will want to build around your young talent. That's what the Nets should be doing. But for whatever reason, they don't want to give these cats no burn. So the players you drafted, you aren't using outside of Nick Claxton. Everybody else on this roster is either washed or from another team. You know what I'm saying? Not outside of Spencer Dinwiddie, because he left and came back. You know what I'm saying? So to me, you need to look within yourself. Remember, you know what I'm saying? It's
damn.
You got to look at yourself, and for the moment, you got to take a look at yourself in the mirror and say, look, what we got on this roster, can we use it, or do we need to move on from some of these players? So to me, that's what it looked like, Breezy.
All I'm gonna say is this. Trade. I need folks to trade Ben Simmons for Project Piss and Grabber. All right, he got to go. Like I'm not convinced whatsoever.
Yeah,
Not at
no,
all.
I ain't even got
And
Ben
that's
Simmons
another
in
thing.
conversations, man.
We ain't even got to Ben Simmons yet. Like, that's another problem with your roster. You got a
Wait.
bunch of players you don't know. You can't do nothing with. You don't want to play the young guys, and the one sticking point that you could or should be using to trade is Ben Simmons, who's untradeable. Like we in a bad spot right now. We gotta make a major move, and that's the only reason why I'm for trading for Dame, because
That's not gonna do
you
nothing.
can't really do anything else.
That's not gonna do nothing.
It's the same thing. You can't put shit and put
With
perfume
shit-
on it and then say,
Right.
"Look, I got something
It's-
good." Doesn't make
Right?
sense.
No, that's not gonna work because you're gonna put Dame in the same predicament he in now with Brooklyn.
Well, with Portland, you mean?
Right? Like the roster in Portland is okay at best. In Brooklyn
Got a
is
better roster, to be
Yeah, but
honest.
who are you gonna have to
in
give
my
up to
opinion.
get him? You're gonna
No,
have to
but
give
what
up.
I'm saying,
listen.
if
Dame,
hold on, what I'm saying, listen, hold on. I just want to say, it's contradictory to rebounding. You get a player like Trae Young or Dame Lillard, but how does that help with rebounding? That's my point.
If Dame was a free agent and he was to come here, then that'd be cool because the Nets don't have to give up nothing. But like with the Nets, how they currently constructed right now, and you try to bring in a big name like Dame or whatever, it's like that can't be the end all.
But
Like,
how many
not at
rebounds?
all.
How many rebounds Dame gonna get you?
I don't know, but guess
That's
what?
my
If I'm
point.
like if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I'm not even looking in Dame's direction solely based on the fact that like if you're gonna like
Who the best rebounders in the league?
no, it's not even the best rebounder. Like
Yes,
right
it
now,
is.
the Nets is reaching and fiending for a star. If you're gonna reach and fiend for a star, you might as well reach for the best young one, which is no.
Mikal
Excuse me.
Bridges.
Let me finish.
All right, go
You
ahead,
might
go
as
ahead.
well if you're gonna go in that boat, you might as well swim for Zion. Why not?
That's true.
Zion's far younger, better
That's not
rebounder,
true.
but we don't know his health
That's true.
predicament.
That's
Yeah,
true.
exactly. His health predicament
Like
is
if you're
trash.
gonna swing for the
I
fences,
don't
you
think-
might as well swing young.
Let me chime in. Let me chime in. The
no,
reason
hell
why I
no.
think that's
I
a great
disagree.
idea. Wait, let me chime in. The reason why I say it's a great
I'm not
idea, I
for
really think.
trading for Zion.
I get it.
either.
I get it. Here's the thing, right? He actually fills the void and the need that you guys need. I mean, want, because one, he wants to be in this market. He doesn't like
One.
the market out there, and he's not championship like I need to win a championship. He just wants to get out of that market. So him being in this market is going to make him feel a lot better in terms of, I'm going to go out there, because it's not a necessary talent thing. He doesn't like the market. He never wanted to get drafted by these guys. He wanted to go to the Knicks, and that's another way we could spite the Knicks, right? If we get Zion, and more importantly, Dame and Trae, they don't move the needle, because right now these dudes are talking about these moves to put butts in seats, because how they gonna sell
Fact.
season tickets? Like Mikal Bridges, Brooklyn Bridges is not gonna fill up seats. I'm sorry, like he's good.
Nope.
He's not a centerpiece. Thanksgiving, he's green beans. He's the yams. He's not the turkey. We need the turkey. Like you need the turkey for Thanksgiving. He's not it. Like he's the side piece. He's like surrounding. He's not the centerpiece. Like they tried it. I was like, I hope he does well, but you could clearly see there's levels, man. There's levels, and he's not at that level yet.
Now I will say this. I think Bridges can become that or whatever eventually. I give him 2 years max to become that dude. But like right now, no. Not even a little bit. And I promise you this, when 2K24 come out, Breezy, you see me make the little reels or whatever the case, you will be seeing me going back to the Valley. My head,
No, those I like the reels, man. Shout out to my guy. That shit is funny. I like he do the commentary on the background.
When I say it, Breezy, I've warned
Look, but Pete. I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with the Zion thing. He ain't proved nothing with health, and he not an established player and he want the bag. And if he don't got the bag, and if he don't got the bag, when it's time to get the bag, he won't want the bag. And I'm tired of giving the bag to players that's not reliable. All right,
That
so
I
case
can
in point.
understand. I can
But look,
understand that
hold
point
on,
of view.
hold on. What I'm saying is the culture of us, the Brooklyn Nets, they haven't decided who they were going to build on. We never had Sean Marks has not had a franchise player. So as a GM, he hasn't had a face of the team. He tried to make it KD and Kyrie, but look at everything that what happened. You can't say they the face of the team. So
Watch
case in
this.
point is hold on. He tried to now it looked like he's trying to do it with Jacques Vaughn and make Mikal the guy. Now honestly, I think Mikal Bridges can be the face of the team. And you can hear me somewhere, I forget on what blog I said that the fabric of the team now, or who we going to build around, is Clax, Kyle Bridges, and Cam Johnson, twin. I think those are the three players that we keep as far as a core going forward and build around them. Honestly, I think that's what
How
they're
do
going
you
to
build
do.
around them? How do you build around them, Bruce? How do you
How
build
do you,
around those? Yeah.
I think you get somebody like Mark Williams, like that come off the bench for Clax that can help with
Mark Williams
rebounding.
was a draft pick last year. Charlotte's not giving him up. He was a top draft pick last year.
But what I'm saying is,
The Brooklyn Nets need another scorer,
I'm
man.
talking about.
They
I'm
need
talking
more
about.
scoring.
Listen, but what I'm saying is, if you get another scorer on the perimeter, you talking about scoring. Jacques Vaughn is a defensive style coach, and he's complaining about rebounding. Him and Sean Marks in the press. So it's a difference for what I want them to do and what I think they should do, or what I think they're gonna do. I think that they need somebody like Mark Williams from Charlotte. They need somebody like that that's going to grab rebounds. That's a priority in their career, where they're not trying to score the ball. They need somebody, a front court presence. Trae Young is a backcourt presence. You got Dame Lillard. He's a backcourt presence.
You just said a front court presence. Who what do you
like
have
Mark,
in mind? Mark, just Mark.
The best rebounders
Like
in the
Day'Ron
league.
Sharp. If they would play him, you got it on your roster.
Yeah, but
So
I don't think he like Day'Ron Sharp size. Pause.
I have a
Nas Reed.
so. Oh God, he would be a great pickup. And he got offensive skill as well, and he's getting better.
That's the best one, Nas Reed.
But Net fans, like real Net fans, should be really pissed off, especially at the Houston Rockets, because they got our guy. Like when I seen that, I was like, so. Like the Nets, like really extended Vaughn at the three. Like they extended Vaughn like at the 3 days of seeing like next to nothing. Like you didn't wait nothing. You didn't wait nothing.
Hey, Breezy. Yo,
like, you didn't wait. You didn't wait.
Breezy. What I told you. Hey, Breezy, what I told you. I told you that Miami is going to the finals, bro. I told you that you was like, oh, we're 7th seed. You was talking about Nick Costin was better than Bam and all this other crazy stuff. I told you, bro. Breezy, you know I'm ready to cook.
Oh no!
Yeah, listen,
Breezy,
yo,
I've been
Leonardo,
waiting to cook, bro.
Leonardo. Hold on. Shout to Leonardo. He did say that, and I wanted to ask you about the night with Jimmy Butler, man. Did you watch that game?
Breezy, let me tell you, right? Okay, every night, right, since the playoffs started, right, I got my ball and a half a hanging on deck. You feel me? But what I'm saying though, this is not surprising to me because I told you all that in the regular season, this is what I'm saying, Breezy, right? When you all was talking about you all going championship, what I'm saying is, if you as a person, if you are a diehard fan, right, you know your team better than anybody. You should be able to know if you are going, like I told you, Atlanta and the Celtics, they're going 7 games. You know what I'm saying? And I think Atlanta is going to beat them. You want me to tell you why? Because the fact is, Breezy, you got to think about it. When Miami went 1 game from the NBA Finals last year, we really didn't switch our team. The only problem is that we have players. There was a lot of injuries that happened in the beginning of the season. So I'm like, bro, I told you, I like Breezy, man. I'm not even worried about the regular season. I'm like, who was the number 1 seed last year?
Leonardo, I hear you. I wanted to ask you a question, Leonardo. That's cool?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, I wanted to ask you, talk to me about the strength of a team because they got the same teammate season to season.
Okay, well, I could tell you like this, right? It's not about having the same teammate season to season. It's about getting better and knowing what you need to do to get better. Because, for example, right, Nick Costin is not a starting center for the Brooklyn Nets. He's too young. You see what I'm saying? So you need to
No,
go
I
get a
disagree
big
with that.
man. You need to go get a veteran big man that could just start and let Nick Claxton come off the bench so he can see the tactics of what it takes to win. You see what I'm saying? That's what Bam had to do when Bam
I
first came
disagree
into the
with that,
league.
but go ahead, go ahead.
You see what I'm saying?
Who mans is this?
And then as far as Spencer Dinwiddie, I don't think Spencer Dinwiddie is a starter. I think he's a bench
Okay.
player like UD. You see what I'm saying? These are players that have been
Like UD.
these are players that have been in the organization for years. That when the
What
Brooklyn Nets
the
brought him back,
hell?
they should have let
Listen.
Cam Thomas. They
Yeah, hold
should have let Cam Thomas start and bring
on.
Spencer Dinwiddie off the bench.
Yeah,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yo, Leonardo, that's a valid point. We agree that Cam Thomas. So some of us agree that Cam Thomas could start. I just wanted to say shout out to my guy Leaf. What up, Leaf? What's going on?
Brooklyn fan, Bam. Miami Hurricane looking dude down here, man. Like, yo, we good, man. Like, I'm alright, man. Just at work for a little
Hey.
bit, but
Hey, Lee, I'm telling you, bro, from day one, I said Miami's going to the finals, bro. It don't matter who win that Knicks and Cavs series, we're going to beat both of them teams, right? Then the Celtics and Philly series, that's probably going to go a 4-7. Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown is going to be too tired to play Jimmy Butler. You see what I'm saying?
okay, all right.
So-
Listen, if y'all win this series, then I agree with you. But first things first, y'all got to get this shit. Y'all got to get this shit done. Now, I'm gonna give you props since you here. Jimmy did go ham. Jimmy did
did.
do way
did.
beyond everybody
went
thought
off.
what he was going to do.
calling him-
I
they
give
calling
you
him Jimmy
props,
Butler.
man. Yeah, salute to Jimmy, man, aka Michael Jordan's secondary kid. But
Yeah, that is his kid. That is his kid.
yeah. I'm starting to think it is too. But however, outside of Jimmy, let's be clear. Y'all offense is trash. Let's just make that. Outside of Jimmy, y'all offense is very, very dirty, bro. Like,
so what? Okay, but what you gonna say about Bam? Because Bam be going with the best of them.
Bam hasn't given you his best game yet. Like, that's the thing about it. Bam hasn't given you his best, and y'all still missing Tyler Hero. Bam. What like Bam is not. Bam is supposed to. Let's be honest with you. Bam is supposed to be easily a good 27 and 15 in this postseason, bro. Like he easily. There's no way.
You can't say that because you got to think about it. Bam is really playing outside his position. Bam is really supposed to be a power forward, but the reason why he's playing center is because he's more athletic. You see what I'm saying?
And they use him for switches, but I'm not here to really harp on that, man. I'm gonna get to the next point of view. Listen, Breeze. I've been saying this shit for weeks, man. It's been going around in the damn circle. I said what I said about Dinwiddie, but I'm gonna say this again. For anybody that didn't hear the last time, bro, like, yo, what we need to focus on, we don't need to focus on no goddamn Damian Lillard. We don't need to focus on getting that, man. We don't need.
Don't do that.
It's just erase that game plan. We need to focus on getting. When I told people we need to go get Russ off the buyout market, everybody laughed at me. Everybody laughed at me.
I was there for that. I was here when you said that. Yes. I was definitely here when you said that. You was like, yeah, let's go get Russ because we got enough young team and we got some old vets. And maybe Russ can continue. Yeah, I remember you said that. And everybody was looking at you like, oh,
Russell
man, Russ is a lot of money. He played nothing like the Lakers.
Let's get Russ out of the buyout for 1 year, bro. I'm like, because the thing is, Russ is going to keep plays alive, and he's going to push the pace. You basically getting a downhill player, a facilitator, and a hustle dude all in one. That's what we needed. We ain't had
we don't want Dame Lillard, but you say we should go after.
We needed Russ because we need to run more. We don't have a half court set.
Hey, see the problem is with Dame Dollar. Dame Dollar is the kind of person that he wants money. He wants to get a lot of money, but then it's like
they all want money though. They all want bread, bro.
It's not about
so you know Dame personal?
Pop. It's not a
I
money
don't
issue,
know.
bro. Nah, Pop, it's not a money issue. The problem with the difference between Dame is going to take all the shots. He's going to think he's the hero. That's going to take away. That's going to take away from Mikal. That's going to take away from Cam. That's going to take away from like the floor spreading that we trying to produce. If we want to run up the court, if we coaching the same style that Steve Nash wanted to coach offensively, we need a fast guard to help us do it. We need somebody. We need a downhill guard and an up tempo guard to do it. Why not Russ?
And then my thing is right. My thing is with
I
Dame
think Russ
Dollar,
is comfortable with the Clippers. I don't think he's leaving that situation to keep it all the way real.
I don't think he's leaving that situation either because they're gonna give him some money.
You have that in
but Breezy, my thing is with Dame
not
Dollar,
giving
right?
something no run, bro.
Yeah, he really sounds like a Jamaican barber
The
from
thing
New
is with
York.
Russ don't quit on a team, bro. Russ do not quit on a team. Dame Dollar, as soon as the Blazers was out of the playoffs, he's like, "Oh, we getting ready for next year." You got to play your game until the end, bro.
Yeah, that was
you can't be saying,
Leonardo. That wasn't him. They sat him down.
I don't care.
That was the front office that sat him down. That was higher up.
Hey, I don't care, bro. I'm playing to the end. You not telling me that even though
Leo. Hold on, Leo. I'll give you a perfect example, bro. When before the Minnesota Timberwolves traded Kevin Garnett to Boston, for that offseason, bro, they told him not to come to the building. They literally had security make sure he did not come in the building because they were
okay. See, that's different though. If it come to that, that's different. But Dame Dollar, it seems like he was talking like, yeah, man, he talk about all this loyalty BS. Right? But yeah, you got to be loyal to your team and blah, blah, blah. So if I'd been him, I would have made it known to the media like, yo, I'm sitting here trying to give my all to my team. You see what I'm saying? Because
Leo, the thing is, the loyalty thing, that go both ways. If the front office is like, yo, bro, we not winning, they come to Dame and they be like, hey, listen, we down in the standings, man. We down on 11 play. Remember, at the beginning of the season, they was top 3. They started off top 3, top 5 in the West. And then they went all the way down to like 10, 11 and out of the play-in, basically. So the thing is, if the GMs in the front office and the coaching staff and all of them come to Dame, they be like, hey, listen, we not winning. We are looking to rebuild this thing, and we looking to process. Dame is going to be like, yo, how many years I got? The loyalty thing go both ways because the thing is, Dame is not expecting. Dame said he wasn't expecting them to be as loyal to them, and he wasn't expecting everybody to understand it. But the thing is, the nuances of what goes on behind the scenes is that, yo, at the end of the day, somehow, some way, you're gonna get frustrated because you took all this money and you believed in what the franchise was doing, and then they didn't, and then to come down to it, and then once you start losing games, they're gonna be like, hey, listen, we gonna tank it in, man. So we're gonna need you to rest at least next season.
Wait. To expound on what Leaf just said, right? To expound on what Leaf
what
just said.
What about the man from Indiana, Halliburton? What y'all feel about Halliburton?
I'm not sold on him.
He would be a great bro, but that's not gonna happen. That's a pipe dream.
That's a pipe dream. I'm not sold on him.
He's not.
I think we need help in the paint. Like nobody's naming players that's gonna help us rebound the ball.
Leonardo looked like he could play for the Nets. He looked like a grinder. Why not?
Now listen,
let me tell you what I feel, right?
Breeze, I mentioned Russ, bro. Do Russ not rebound at the one, bro? Do he not keep plays alive?
I want the one. Right? Listen, hold on. I got you, Leonardo. I just want to say this. As far as Rose is concerned, yeah, I appreciate Westbrook and everything he does for basketball, and he is a good addition, especially when you contrast him to Spencer Dinwiddie, who I'd rather have that point. I'm not going to push back on that, like I said prior. But at the same time, we still need a presence in the paint, helping us rebound the ball, That's what we need help with. When you prioritize what the Brooklyn Nets need, you got to put rebounding at the top of the thing. Know what I mean? So that's how true. I look at it. So we keep talking about different guards.
There's a truth to that, but I think
Trae Young, Westbrook, and Dame Lillard, those are all guards. Nobody mentioned anything about a power forward and center. All I said,
you saying a power forward and center, but we got Wings playing the 4, Breeze. We got Cam playing the 4. We got Dorian Finney-Smith playing the 4. We got Royce coming in playing a little bit of 4, a little bit of 1, and everything. Like, we don't have that big of a team. So us going out and finding that big of a team.
What I told you, Breezy, I I told
One
you
of the
that
best
you should have
rebounders.
put. I told you that you should have put Devin Sharp to play. You always putting this dude in the bench, and the only time he was bringing him when it was 5 minutes in. If you already giving it up, I don't understand why Jack Vaughn is not putting his rookie power forwards to play in the season, so they could be like, yeah, hey, I got the experience. So when next season comes, they know how to play better. You can't just say, okay, I'm gonna leave him on the bench because he's a rookie, and I'm just playing my starting players because I'm going to the playoff. You got to put your rookie players to play in the season so they could get a little more experience for next season.
Okay,
You see
I can
what I'm
answer
saying?
that. I can answer that for you. It's very simple. When you look at this whole experiment from the whole KD, but I mean even before KD and them arrived here with Caris LeVert, the lovable losers, all that or whatever the case, those young players was getting something called, they was being developed. The Nets don't have proper developed. They don't know how to develop talent. They lost that somewhere down the road. They lost that.
I mean, no.
They lost that. No.
I add on to that. I add on to that. Like you right.
Yeah, let's stay here. Let's stay right here.
It's not it's not that they don't know how to develop talent. It's just that they don't know how to develop talent and put them all combined together out on the court. When they was doing that before, they was doing that the 3 games that Cam Thomas was doing that when it was him, Ed Sumner, Day'Ron Sharp, Clax, and Yuta Watanabe. I'm thinking that was the team we was gonna be running with. I didn't know what we was getting back after the Kyrie deal. When we got the Kyrie deal, I thought it was gonna be Dorian Finney-Smith, and it was waiting for KD to come back, and KD still had that injury. That's what I was waiting on. The KD injury.
Hold on. I just want to add to what you said.
Wait.
The KD trade threw me off guard because I didn't expect us to get all the pieces that we got back for KD. When we got I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, we got to play Mikal Bridges. We got to play Cam Johnson. Somehow, some way, we got to play them. And I didn't think they was going to be starting right away because with the chemistry that we had with Claxton, Ed Sumner, and Cam Thomas, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh okay, this is going to be the start lineup the rest of the season. I'm like, all right, I guess we rebuild them, whatever. Because we had on.
Hold on, I want to add to what you said before I forget. I don't want to lose my train of thought. This is the difference with Steve Nash. With Steve Nash, when the rookies came in, it was Cam Thomas, DDJ, Kessler Edwards, and Day'Ron Sharp. And we got to see them play under Steve Nash because he was playing the rookies. He would always switch the lineup. So hold on. So what I'm saying is with Jacques Vaughn, he didn't do that. He didn't take that page out of Nash book and switch the lineup when his lineup wasn't working. So the difference is that Nash would change the lineup when it was working. And Jacques Vaughn won't change the lineup when it's not working. So I kind of wanted to see that Jacques Vaughn, that ability for him to adjust, and he never did it. So we didn't get to see this mix that we want to see with these certain rotations and lineups because he was stubborn, in my opinion, for lack of better words. But I do feel like the talent is there. The chemistry can be there if he gave them the opportunity. And my thing is, him running that 7-man rotation was nasty work to me. I thought he could have opened the roster up.
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? So
you cooking with hot grease, Breeze, right now. And to add to that, Breeze, to add to that, Breeze, I said it weeks ago when we first started doing this thing. I first started coming on the stream. I said, yo, we could literally run 11 10-man deep. Because the roster because the lineup that we had before we got the trades, before that KD deal went through, that was an actual lineup that was competing, and then you could use the bench lineup. And I'm thinking we're gonna use Cam Bridges. I'm thinking we're gonna use Cam and Bridges as the backups. I'm like so they could get adjusted because they knew how to play with each other because they played with in Phoenix. Same thing with Finney-Smith and Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie always been a bench player. He always has. It's just no secret, bro. Like when he was the starter, even in Washington.
You know what else? Another thing that I think people don't understand is that Mikal Bridges, to my knowledge, was the 3. He wasn't the 2. So that's why I said Cam, and I agree with Leonardo when he said that Cam Thomas should be the 2. I think he should have been the 2, Cam Thomas the 3, Cam Johnson the 4. You take Doe out that lineup because he could help Clax with rebounds when Clax need a rest. When Clax goes to the bench, you're starting. Your backup center is Doe, not just starting power forward.
You know what's funny? Breezy? if Japan had did what you had just said, I don't think y'all will get swept. The series would have probably went 6 or 7 games.
Yo, Breezy, I got a beef with you now, though, because everybody in here is like the Nets except for Leo, correct?
Right. No. Hey,
wait. Hold on. Wait. You like the Miami Heat, Leo, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Leo.
Right.
So,
and everybody else in here like the Nets. Leo, dollar cab driver, hush.
Leo,
and everybody else in here like the Nets, correct?
Yeah. Everybody in here.
So my thing is this, and this is only coming from I'm just playing. Leo, we should all whoop your ass because it was your man Jimmy Butler that got KD out of here in the first place.
Wait. Hey,
it was your man Jimmy Butler that got KD out of here that started this madness in the first place.
No, don't say that. No, let me tell you what's funny.
Kyle Lowry started it and Jimmy finished it. Pause. Nah, man. Yo, Breezy, you can't be letting those type of fans in here, man. You got the op in here with us, dog.
That is true.
No, that is not true. No.
Let me tell you. Jimmy Butler started this.
You know what?
Kyle Lowry started this madness. Jimmy finished it off. Pause, man.
Exactly.
Yo,
you all say this.
Yo, listen here. Listen here, you just listen here. You want to make a head driver, overcut a head driver. Get out of here, dog.
It was Kyle Lowry and Jimmy. It was Kyle Lowry and Jimmy that. Yeah, it was Kyle Lowry and Jimmy that put the battery in his back, bro.
You all are funny for that because you know what's crazy.
The whole fan base.
You know what's crazy?
Yo,
y'all went to Phoenix and got hurt, and then you all went and hurt Joel Embiid, right? That's the funny thing.
Joel Embiid always get hurt.
Joel always get hurt. If Joel got hurt in the week, we had a better team, we was winning the series.
Yo, hold on.
You all can't sit here and put no blame on Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero, bro. That is not going to happen.
Listen. Hold on.
That is not true.
Listen, hold on. I want to say 2 things. 1, I don't want injuries on no team. 2, I think that's where you compete at top health. If you can see both teams compete at top health, that's the best brand of basketball you could ever see. You know what I'm saying? Or ever watch. So exactly. Case in point. So hold on. So case in point is that when KD did get injured, to be honest, I still felt like we could have played a good brand of basketball. And the way I was vlogging after KD got injured is just who should get minutes next and how we can win. Wasn't vlogging like, just because KD not on the roster, we gonna lose. I knew that was gonna be tough.
I agree with you, Breeze, but at the same,
I knew it was gonna be tough. But at the end of the day, again, as a fan, I'm gonna have high expectations for the coach. You know, I'm a big fan, so I'm gonna look at the optimistic side of how we can win, and then the real side of like what's gonna happen. Because it's not like they listen to our vlogs. Share this to the Brooklyn Nets if you can, but it's not like they listen to us. But if they did, I think they really get some good content.
I mean, they hear us, but they not listening, bro. Like, cause I post this shit. I post this shit, everybody, and I post in everybody comments, bro, on Twitter with my rant videos and my motivation videos. But Breeze, you definitely touched on the point, bro. After KD got hurt, even last year, well, when we had all of that debacle and everything that was going on, bro, like I thought we was at least hanging afloat, even though we dropped down to the play-in from 2 to 7, and this year we dropped from 2 to 6. We didn't drop that far, but we dropped far, but we didn't drop as far as like, all right, with a competing team. But we had we had players that was gonna go out there and compete. A la Day'Ron Sharpe, Ed Sumner, Cam Thomas, bro. They was competing in them 3 games with Cam Thomas had 40, bro. I go back to those games because those games is a glaring point on how I see which way our season was gonna go and which way our rotations was gonna go. I always go back to that game. So my thing is like, yo, the way I'm thinking is, bro, like everything in terms of need, I'm thinking now in terms of need going into next season. I've been said Spencer Dinwiddie, I don't like him as our lead guard. I said that. It's the reason why I point to the guard position. Now I understand you want to point to the rebound.
Absolutely.
I don't think
that shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't think nothing is wrong with Day'Ron Sharpe as a rebounder, bro. He's the best rebounder on our team, and and I think he's better than a lot of most rebounders off of anybody's bench in the NBA. I dare say that. You know what I'm saying? So and Nick Claxton, he definitely done turned over a new leaf because he was 100 blocks, 50 steals this season. He was our anchor on defense, and he was our anchor on defense, and he was.
Let me ask y'all something real quick. Let me ask you something real quick, Leaf.
Hold on. I just want to say this to Leaf. Yeah, I just want to say, Leaf, that's a dope name of a podcast. If you turn a new leaf, you know what I mean? Because your name Leaf, it's a play on words. All right, but go ahead, unpopular opinion. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Go ahead, Pop.
Nah, he's spitting some good shit. Do you think Davon Sharp can develop a jump shot? Just a little something.
Yeah. I think he can.
I'm trying to charge my phone.
I think he can. I think he can. I think he has a jump shot. I think he has a serviceable jump shot now. My thing is like defensively, he has lapses and everything. That's the only thing about it. So but that's what Nick Claxton come in. Nick Claxton is better defensively.
That's where Jacque Vaughn come in though, Lee. Because ain't he a defensive coach? Didn't Breezy just say that earlier?
Yeah, he is. But I don't know how well of a defensive coach he is. I'll give you an example, bro. Mike Brown is a hands-on defensive coach. He know about positioning. He know about somebody joined his man.
Who background is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody joined was mad loud. I don't know. Somebody in club. But anyway, but my thing is
that's my background.
Leonardo, man, you shouldn't even be in here right now, dog. Exactly. You're the whole enemy out here. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault.
Leo, brother. Leo, you gotta come back, man. Like, come on, man. Like, we having a heart to heart right now. But
hold on. Shout to Leonardo. I saw he was causing a little mischief in here, and I just wanted to say to y'all Nets fans that I apologize. You know, we are going through something. Cool. Shout to you, Leonardo. But right now we need our space. Pop, we need our space right now, man.
To get back to your point about Javon being the defensive coach. I don't know if he's a hands-on defensive coach. For example, like you see Mike Brown in Sacramento, bro. There's a play with Mike Brown had pulled Terrence Davis and Davion Mitchell aside. He said, yo, y'all taking the charges all wrong. This is how you want to position, bro, because the referee, he know how the referees is gonna make calls because he had a good defensive team in Cleveland with LeBron in them late 2000s, bro. It was no secret that team was a great defensive team, and then you just had LeBron carrying the offense. That was that. And then you go to the Warriors, and he was anchoring the defense over there. That's one of the reasons why their defense is in the shitter now, and they road records is in the shitter. So Mike Brown, he knows something, but I don't think Coach Davon is the hands-on defensive coach that Mike Brown is. You know, Mike Brown know about positioning. You know you need to be okay. No angles, defensive angles, no spots, no percentages, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Leaf, got a question for you. Got a quick question for you, right? So you just mentioned that you don't think Jacque Vaughn was a good defensive coach. Now, what do you think about the traps that we were sending on at Embiid from all over the place? Not necessarily waiting from the low block, like he's at the top of the key, a double team just screaming at him like blatant double teams, and now you're working harder to make the Sixers' job easier, where they're getting wide open shots.
Right. I think the double teams was too early, because the thing about Joel, the thing about a center, you want them and them only to beat you, a la Shaq, a la Joker, a la any dominant center. You want them and them alone to be. If you get their shooters to beat you, the game is over. The game is over. Like anybody shooter, I don't care if it's Hakeem and shooters, it's Shaq and shooters, Kareem, anybody you could think. If they had shooters, you did not want their shooters to kill you. You wanted them to kill you.
And those double teams is what was creating offensive rebound opportunities, because you got to understand that, you know what I'm saying, when you running out to the 3-point line chasing shooters all day, there's nobody in the paint.
Right. So my thing is like,
so that's
you gotta
a part of our problem too.
Yeah. And you touched on a good thing, Papa. And to add to that, I think you gotta trust Claxton a little bit more in those situations. To like, he gonna get you one stop on Joel. He gonna get you a stop or two. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Claxton is probably gonna make an all defensive team this year. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna get a stop. He gonna get at least one or two stops in the right moments. My thing is that, we sending the double teams too early. Now you asserting your runners and your wings too much when they got to take up the responsibility on offense. Because Mikal,
now they burnt out on offense. That's why Dorian Finney-Smith or Royce O'Neal can't hit an open goddamn three-pointer.
Exactly.
They spend all their energy on the defensive end.
Question
exactly.
for you guys.
Bro.
Why was he asking Mikal to take full court, right? James Harden full court, whoever's bringing up the ball full court, and giving him the offensive duties when he could have just had Sumner taking the guy full court? Like, you got to be able to delegate the right guys. So, like, this is your, like, Davion Mitchell, his job is to just basically guard Steph. That's it.
I said it, and you that's another good point you touched on, Jay. I said the only person that I wanted to take the assignment of either James Harden or not even James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, who killed us, was I only want to see Ed Sumner. That's our best option to like. You got to match young speed with young speed. Because Ed Sumner know how he could run. He could get up the court.
Yeah.
He's speedy.
He's our best defender from the point guard position. Yeah.
Yeah. And he got wings, and he got a good enough amount of wingspan, bro. At 6'4", 6'5", he a tall guard. You know what I'm saying? So that's the dude that I want in the passing lanes, because he gonna give you hustle. He gonna give you effort, and that's what we need going into this offseason. We need more players with more effort, more speed on both ends of the court. We need a guard that's gonna get everybody easy looks. We don't need
Jason Kidd.
We don't something like that. We don't need Mikal Bridges. He said Jason Kidd. We don't need Mikal Bridges over asserting himself on offense. We need his points got to come one dribble off the screen, good catch and shoot. His most of his points got to come in motion offense, because that's what he likes to play off of.
Yo, but hold on. Let's
like you
let's
said,
go there.
that's why you need a guard. That's why I'm pushing for a guard, bro.
And we need a speedy guard, and that's what I keep telling Breeze, bro. Like I feel like we just keep coming back to this corner.
I'm not saying we don't need a guard. I agree with you, but I'm saying I prioritize needing a rebounder and somebody that could score from their back with their back to the basket. Somebody like a Cat. Somebody not to say him, but somebody not to say him, but somebody
that could clean up the glass and get the. I get you.
Let me just go to. Let me ask y'all. I'm gonna go around the room and I'm asking if there was anybody you wanted to see Mikal Bridges do a pick and roll with. That's a big man. Who you want to see that with?
I say, give me a European big that can rebound, bro. Like that's tall and that good position and good. He got good finesse around the basket.
Porzingis. Y'all like Porzingis for the team?
No.
Porzingis, nah, I'm not sold on Porzingis like that.
You don't move the needle.
I'm more looking at like what's old boy from the Clippers? The big boy from the Clippers, Zubac, bro. Like I'm more looking at him when I think of like rebounders and guys that could finish around him. But the thing is with centers, with Nick Claxton has mobility off of screen and rolls, and that's what most bigs get killed off of. You know,
I think we can get Podol from Toronto.
He a good rebounder, but I don't know how he is around the basket. He a great rebounder though.
He's not going nowhere. They just traded for him.
Yeah, they just traded for him.
I mean, but look, they're going to keep him and Siakam.
Nah, he is the free agent after this year. Yeah, Yaki Proto is the free agent after this year.
Yeah, they're gonna sign him, because you don't trade a guy unless you're gonna sign for him.
So yeah, you think what about Siakam? How y'all like Siakam on the team?
We need a guard, but like we need to listen. Mikal is our wing scorer, and we got plenty of wing defenders and guys we could throw at.
We don't need a guard. We just need a facilitator, a guy who could actually get guys involved in the offense. Not necessarily. It doesn't have to necessarily be a guard. You need a facilitator, a guy.
Listen, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all this: if we come into next season and our best facilitator on our roster is still Ben Simmons, I swear to God, bro, I'm gonna break something, bro. Like I'm oh my God, yeah, I'm gonna break something, bro.
Hey, Breezy. Yo, first and foremost, Breezy, like I'm taking over as administrator to find out what fans you let in here and not. Cause your man Leo over here was wilding, all right? No disrespect to Leo. You out here sounding like a Brooklyn Jamaican barber. Get out, all right? This is not about you right now. You Miami and your whole fan base was behind this whole shit that got everything started. That's one. Second of all, Miami is home of cocaine. If you know the stories, you know. Your man Jimmy Butler's the cocaine bear right now, wilding, dropping 56. He wilding right now. 3. Are they going to beat the Bucks? Are they going to beat the Bucks? Probably not, but I'm not sleeping on Miami. It's a 50-50 thing there or whatever.
They got to get it done next game if they're gonna beat the Bucks, bro. They can't.
Yeah, they got to get it done. They got to get it done. If not, it's over. 5, Leaf, you a cool dude. Turn a new leaf. You should really invest in that. 6, back to you, Breezy. Like, listen, I was once you, bro. That listen, it's okay to realize that your team ain't gonna be shit for a while. We are not gonna be good for a while. A good while.
I
understand that.
I got some pushback on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hear you, but again, all right, go ahead, Leaf. Wait.
Before the pushback,
I got pushback on that, King. Now, real quick, because
wait, before you go, this is why we won't be any good. Sean off the marks and Joe side. That's all I got to say. Stay your peace.
I give you that. I grant you that. But here's the thing. Ultimately, it comes down to the players. And when I look at the personnel that we have, we at least have guys that's going to compete, and we got wings that's going to compete. That's the first thing you need for like a recipe for a successful team is wings. Is especially in today's.
Wings we got.
We got wings. We got Bridges. We got Cam Johnson. We got solid two-way wings, bro. Like we got
okay.
We don't have
Right. That exactly. You don't know that yet. And then on top of that, like the wings you name right now is like, okay, this is like the wings at Wingstops is better than the wings we got.
Nah, I wouldn't go as far as saying that.
I'm saying the reason I say that, the reason I say that is like, one, like, granted, like, we don't know what this roster is gonna look like going further. As far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't be surprised if Sean Marks hires Steve Nash and be like, yo, you're the starting point guard. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay?
I wouldn't be surprised at that neither. But at the same time,
I wouldn't be surprised. But what I'm saying is,
look, King, I know how you feel about the management in terms of Sean Marks, Joe Tsai, and everybody in that front office. I understand that. However, we made out like this is probably the best that a team that didn't pan out with the KD, with the superstar experiment that we put together with KD and Kyrie and James Harden and all the pieces. This is probably we came out better than any team could come out. We could have been in the shit. We could have been Houston. We could have been the Rockets.
You notice it.
People forget this team made the playoffs.
Watch this.
That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all losing it a little bit here.
As of right now, I would rather be the Rockets than the Brooklyn Nets right now.
Nah.
Get out
their
of here.
future. The Rockets.
You wildin'. Hear
me out.
That shit is AAU. You seen the Rockets play, bro? That's AAU basketball down there.
Wait. Hear me out. They got a very good chance of landing you know who. That's one. They got young talent. They got a championship head coach, and they have a better front office.
Nah. They front office. They front office ain't what it used to be because Daryl Morey is in Philly. That's why James Harden is over there. Is
their front office not better than the Brooklyn Nets right now?
No, they front office is novice. We don't even know the names in their front office.
Dude, the Rockets fleeced everybody.
No,
with that James Harden, they fleeced everybody. James Harden ain't James Harden.
I understand that. Listen, James Harden is not James Harden.
The Rockets got a plug in the Sixers organization. That's how they was able to facilitate that.
And the plug is Daryl Morey.
They use the Nets as a sucker, man. For real.
Yeah. The plug is Daryl Morey. We all knew James Harden didn't want to come here, bro.
Wait. And furthermore, this is what I mean when it comes to the Nets. Like you talking about they better off. Like, yo, this is the third time I done seen this. First time when I arrived, when I was a Nets when Kid arrived. I've seen that. Second time, Billy King, which the Nets are still suffering. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. The Nets are still suffering from that. Now this. And they're better.
And look, you gonna get it wrong more times than you get it right, bro. Like this is just
That's
what it
the
is.
problem. They keep getting it wrong.
Look. It's a lot of teams that keep getting it wrong, bro. The NBA is a lot like real life. A few winners, a whole lot of losers, bro. And we're gonna do a whole lot of losing, bro. Like, and whether it's in the playoffs or whether it's in the regular season or not making the playoffs. That's the crazy thing about the play. I understand that. But here's the thing going forward. We just need to focus on need going forward because the roster of wings that we got, we could pair that with a up tempo guard and a downhill guard that's gonna hustle and make the hustle plays and get everybody involved, and we good. I'm telling y'all, this is
hold on. I just want to add to what you're saying. Hold on. I just want to say, when building a culture, the roots of it is rooting for the same players or the same coach. And from what I could see, the championship teams, when you think about all of the championship teams, most of the time the coach is the same. Like, that's the more consistent thing about the team. Players come and go, but the core of it is the coach.
Man, you got to understand it's winning culture and losing culture. What culture are we
really
building?
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I mentioned championship teams. You got Phil Jackson. You got, you know what I mean? He's been with the Bulls for a long time. I'm just saying the guys who were the championship coaches, it's not like they were there for a year or two. They were there for some years.
I mean, once Steve Kerr got to Golden State, bro, it's really the players, bro. Like,
that's an anomaly though, right there.
But
like,
Breezy, when you bring up
that, but that's
Breezy, when you bring up Phil Jackson, you acting like they didn't have a man named Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
No, but still,
when you bring that up, you act like they didn't have a man named Michael Jordan.
Like Breeze, bro. Like the coaches. Don't get me wrong. I understand what you're saying about the coach, but it's a little bit flawed.
I'm not saying.
It's a little bit flawed in certain situations. That's what it is.
I'm saying the recipe for building a championship contending team, because that's what the Brooklyn Nets tried to do. We went to the playoffs 5 seasons in a row, but we not a championship contending team threat. So case in point is, how do you build that? It seemed like it come from a star player and a coach, a good head coach and a star.
I wouldn't even say a star player, bro. I would say a cast of core players. The core players, you need your first player to be like the
coach too.
Yeah. You need. I understand. Listen, the coach is the coach. But at the same time, bro, like everything. Listen, everything ain't built. Rome ain't built overnight, bro. Like, we gotta build this shit. It take time. You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is though. But my question to you, when you talk about the coach, especially JV, which stands for Jacquez Vaughn, but it really should stand for junior varsity, because I've already seen this in Orlando, and then the team passed up on him twice.
Right.
So you get what I'm saying?
King, come on, bro. You saying Orlando, bro? You know he didn't have no talent.
That's not my problem. Hey. You got. Hey. You gotta get up, get out, get into it, get it on to be strong. I'm sorry. Hey.
Yes, I understand that, but listen, I'm focused. Like, as far as our situation goes, you just gotta create a cast of players and finding a coach that could coach them the right way. It's probably somebody looking out there right now that's gonna be like, damn, I could do way better than what Jacques Vaughn is doing right now, bro. Like, and it's probably out there. You fall upon that. And you forget that, because I'll give you a perfect example. Shaq and Kobe was together. Shaq and Kobe was together from 96 to 1999. They didn't do anything until they met Phil Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it is what it is.
Hey, yo, Lee.
What it is. Yeah.
Jacques Vaughn's biggest indictment is going to be not being able to develop Cam Thomas. Because Cam Thomas, whether he's with the Nets or on another team, and this is why I respect Big Fan Breezy, man. Shout out to you. This kid is going to turn into something. He just needs the proper coaching and the proper situation. And I don't know why the Nets won't give that to him. I don't know what it is.
I think that
Cam Thomas that they don't like.
Here's the thing about this. It's a couple of situations in terms of the Nets and Cam Thomas. Now, I go back to that fine, and I'm thinking everything went downhill from there. Like that fine, after that with the fine that he had a little bit I say like a couple of months ago in the season.
Yeah, with the comment,
with the comments. I'm thinking, like, because the thing is, Joe Tsai Joe Tsai and Sean Marks, they looking for character guys. That's the thing they looking for. But I don't like the character guys that they looking for, they not actually getting, because as soon as you make one mistake or you act like a certain way or whatever, like they gonna try to make an example out of you.
They want
like
two.
Right. Part of the culture is having the organization back the players too. You know that.
Yeah, true. Definitely to have the organization back the players. But the thing is, what I think they're looking for more obedience out of the players instead of
they want tools.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes, sir. No, sir. They want a tool.
They want yes men.
They want yes men.
They want JV.
They definitely want yes men. They definitely want yes men. But by the same token, you could listen. I don't got no problem with listen. If you want to be a yes man off the court and then be a dog on the court, listen. I fucks with you as long as it's getting shit done. As long as like you trying to push this team to some way they ain't never been. If we go past the second round at any point in the next couple of years, we did way better than we did when we had Kevin Durant. I don't give a shit what nobody said. And I don't give a damn what nobody said about that foot on the line shot, bro, that we knew was a 2 all along. But we lost that series. We supposed to win that series in 5. I'm over it, bro. The bottom line is I'm focusing on what we need going forward. And then what we need going forward is hustle players, bro. And I'm looking at players at the guard position. They doing more hustling. They doing more hustling and more grit, and they got more fight than players at the 4, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. Go look at Josh Hart, what he doing for the Knicks. Go look at Davion Mitchell, what he doing for the Kings. Go look at all them players, bro. They all out there getting it. You know what I'm saying? So like my thing is like. So
I want to add to that, Leaf. I just want to say it's hard to get the best out of the players when they give you all they got and then you give them a bunch of DNPs. You taking the motivation out of them, like, you know what I mean? They want to be motivated to play, but how they gonna be motivated to play if they do enough to play? We even win or compete, and you just sitting there.
You know what? I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer that right now.
I think the coach has an obligation to the players to say, like, yo, if you're doing well, then I'm gonna play you. Not I need professionalism all the time. No, you know what I mean? Let me play because I'm gonna
answer that, Breeze. Hold on. I'm gonna answer that real quick. The thing with Cam Thomas, bro, like we look at him. Well, a lot of people on the outside looking in, or that's looking at the skin to semantics, or however they want to look at it. They looking at it as a 21-year-old, bro. Like he dropped a 40, but realistically, he's still playing. He's still kind of playing pickup basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is, he know how to play with Ed Sumner, Day'Ron Sharpe, Yuta Watanabe, but do he know how to play with everybody else? You can't get him to do that because he only 21 years old, and then all that, whatever. Players like the Josh Harts that I just named on the Knicks, and the hustle players like Davion Mitchell and Terrence Davis, and then the Monk on the Kings. Those players, bro, like they gonna give it all they got in terms of like the things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Josh Hart is gonna give you all he got on things that, and that's kind of those type of players will never be exterminated. A scorer, we've seen this before. Scorers, dudes that could light up the scoring column, bro. They always on. They like 9 times out of 10, they on the outside looking in because like all they can really do is score. Right. That's all they really seeing from them. You know, you see 40, you see 41 game, 40 the next game, 40 this game from a player that's a 27th overall pick. He wasn't part of the plan. He's not part of the plan. The thing is, and now you got Cam Bridges. Now you got Cam Johnson and Bridges coming in, and then looking to be starters. Now they got to move him out because he wasn't part of the initial plan. He's like the thing is, Cam Thomas is going to be used very, very well in the future. But when that future comes, then we're gonna be saying it years later. Yo, we shouldn't have never taken Cam. Like that's gonna be 6 years, 7 years away from. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, like, I'm on point with this Cam Thomas thing now, just because I started following the draft. I'm not really a fan of watching college basketball, but I am into March Madness when it's like really getting heated. But that being said, he was one of the first players I watched out of the draft doing this blogging thing. And my thing was, yo, this kid is a bucket. I know if we make him instrumental to the offense, we're gonna win. And when I'm saying under Sean Marks' regime, under his umbrella, since he's been a GM, he hasn't really put heavy emphasis on the draft pick. So I see him in a press conference like, yeah, we the third most got the team with the third most draft picks. I'm like, so what? If we get the talent and don't use it, what are the strength of the draft picks? Are we going to use it as collateral for another player, for a free agent? But it's not like we're trying to get a play out the draft. And I just want to land the plane saying this: these teams are winning. Sacramento Kings, they drafted Fox, they drafted Murray, they drafted a few players that has them being successful right now. Davion Mitchell, he's drafted. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to decide: are we a team that's going to build from the free agency or the draft?
I think it's a mix. I think it's a mix. I think it's a mix. But it's gonna take a year or two to complete this mix, because you might want to get the trade hit the traded players, Bridges, Johnson, whatchamacallit, and then Finney Smith and all that. Here comes the draft picks. Now you get a draft pick. You might get them high. You might get them like middle of right outside lottery or whatever, or late 20s or whatever, early 20s. That's when that's going to come. Then you might want to make a free agent sign, and then that's going to be a team. It's a combination. It kind of goes all together.
Yo, Lee, you know you sound like right now, bro. You sound like a failed experience we just went through. We just went through that.
No. But the thing we just went through that. Hold on, King. But like the thing we just went to was all free agency. We went through one phase of it. We didn't go when we went through the draft. We're not playing drafted players. You got to play drafted players that you know you're gonna play no matter what. Even if the free agents don't work out, even if the trades don't work out. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I'm saying?
So my question to everyone in this group, when it comes to Cam Thomas, who is a ball dominant scoring guard on the Nets, or if you're gonna trade him whatever. Like, I got two questions. With his skill set, what is his ceiling? That's one. And two, now granted, nobody knows what the final roster is gonna look like for the Nets for the upcoming season. Right. But what do you think the Nets will get as far as like wins? Because as of currently constructed, like right now, the Nets will be lucky to sniff 40 wins.
Lucky, okay, I'll give you this. It was all right. So your first,
I think our goal is to make the playoffs every year. Every season we try to make the playoffs.
Question. All right, the first question, Cam Thomas. I think we can all agree he a future 6th man of the year in this league. That's one, and I think he probably gonna give you 20 plus points, and when he finally wins 6th man, wherever he winning at, that's one. Two, as far as our wins go,
not to cut you off, Leaf, real quick, but what's the name of your show, man? I want to go subscribe to you, brother, man.
I ain't even named my show yet, man. I gotta put my shit in the I'm gonna put my shit in the whatchamacallit, man. When I get to
I would like to have you on Heart of the City, man, on Tuesday, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna get on in the city, but I'm at youtube.com/Leaf4788. That's my joint. I'm at Twitter. Twitter is the same, Leaf4788. The IG is the same, even though I don't get on IG, but you can find me on Twitter. Leaf4788. But to get to the second question, okay, I think the wins is going to be determined how what this. I could give you the answer to that question once I find out what we can walk in the next season with. Because like I said, if we walking in the next season, bro, and I look up and down our roster and I see that our best pass facilitator on this team is still Ben Simmons, I swear to God, bro, like I'm breaking something up in here, bro. I cannot.
Lee, listen. Listen, bro. I was once there where you are. I was once there. Let it go. Let it go. Listen. Like when you come full circle to realize that the Nets ain't shit and you cool with it, you'll be surprised how much stress free you is. Like, oh, that's a Sean Marks move. I'm not even mad.
Yeah. The thing is, you start to. You're absolutely right, King. You start to understand patterns, and you start to understand.
That's why. Like when like Breezy, love you, brother, and I respect it. But this is the third iteration I done seen. Third time.
Look, I put it to you this way. I get what you're saying, but I put it to you this way. We only been here for going on 11 years.
Okay. So,
listen, what I'm saying is Sean Marks, he don't represent the culture of the Nets. You feel me? The Nets fans. He's the GM. That's his job. His job is to be the GM.
His job is to get players in here.
But he don't represent the Nets culture. If he did, he would have kept the fro. He would have did a multiple of other things, to say that he respect what the fans think and look and respect. And I only say that to say, if the fans give a nickname to a player, you gotta respect that part of the culture. You just letting players get nicknames and then walk out the front door. We fell in love with. I would say under his umbrella, we fell in love with Bruce Brown, and we fell in love with Jared Allen and Karis LeVert. And I think Nets fans are still hung up, and we upset that we kept Joey out of the four of those guys.
Right. So and not just we kept Joey out of the four of those guys. We paid Joey out of the four of those guys. No, don't. Yeah, we paid him. We paid him like seamlessly. He got paid the same amount of money as whatchamacallit in Miami. Ooh. And the other kid that Bertans was going off in Washington.
You talking about Duncan?
Yeah. Duncan.
All right. Who's worse right now, Ben Simmons or Joe Harris?
Flip a coin, bro.
Simmons.
I don't know. Flip a coin, bro.
It's always Simmons.
Flip a coin.
Any question you ask like that, it's Ben Simmons.
Yeah,
he is like the worst player I've ever. Like, God damn, that dude is horrible.
You know what the crazy thing about Ben Simmons, bro? I guarantee you, everybody up in here, bro, that his last year, his contract, he gonna try to play every game so he can get a new one. I guarantee you, bro.
Breezy. What did I say?
Which about what?
I believe on a previous, I said, don't be surprised if Ben Simmons he'll find the 7 Dragon Balls, make the wish, his back get better, and all of a sudden the Nets get duped into signing for a long-term deal. Don't be surprised.
Exactly.
Hey, yo, my man.
That's what I'm saying. I listen to what Leaf be saying a lot because of the player that he describing. What we need is actually the Ben Simmons before the contract. If you say you like battle rap, right? Ben Simmons before the contract, Ben Simmons after the contract. You know what I'm saying? You get two different players. You know what I mean? I just think that
your man
Simmons before a long-term deal, bro, would definitely work for us right now.
We do need to push the pace, so I agree with that.
We definitely need to push the pace.
Now that I really think about this, the Brooklyn Nets is Bel Air for real. Like the Bel Air show, like Ben Simmons is Will, Sean off the Marks is Phil, Joe Tsai, Joe Tsai is somebody. The head coach is Carlton because he don't know what the fuck he doing.
We basically King is basically calling us a parody, bro. Like that's
it is and think about it, and I mean really think about this. Like when it comes to Bill Simmons and you think about the Will character, Will shows so much potential, never reach it.
That's a fact. I mean, listen, I
Ben Simmons is the only dude that has been on the injury report for hurt feelings. Like literally. Like what is his injury? Like your feelings is hurt. Like he's the only nigga that been on the report.
But the thing is, his feelings didn't get hurt here. It got hurt in Philly, bro. Like you in a different city, bro. Like you need to get over
that.
His feelings got hurt in Philly, bro. But listen, if it's explained.
Nigga don't even have no real injury. It's just hurt feelings.
Yeah, if it's explained,
hurt.
Like his soul is hurt, bro. Like, and that brought on the injuries. That's basically women's shit, post-traumatic stress. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the thing is, listen, I'm only focusing on what we need going forward, and I'm gonna make this last point, man, before I bail, man. Listen, the guard position. I look at all of these guards. There's different types of guards, like in the playoffs currently. You got your hustle guards that could magically get you like 12 rebounds, bro, more rebounds than a backup big, or starting most of these starting bigs. And then you got your fast. The one thing they all got in common, they all fast. They all could get up the court. They all give you hustle. They all give you effort. So that's the type of guards that I'm looking for. I don't have no national. I don't have no regular set names in mind. But that's the guards that I'm looking for, man. But I'm gonna bail up out of here, man. Yo, my channel, Leaf 4788. Y'all can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter, Leaf4788, man. I'm gonna use
Twitter's a
that out
dangerous
there.
place. I'm good in that field. I'm good over there.
Definitely. All right, but
Twitter's very dangerous. I'm good over there, man.
Yeah. But I'm gonna definitely get at y'all, Brooklyn fan, man. My city stand up, man. Yo, we out of here, man. We gonna be all right, man. Listen,
Hey, yo, Leak, man.
I appreciate you, Lee.
Like Leak, man. Trust me, man. I know. Listen. Like you've been there for 11 years, man. I've been there twice that. Trust me, it's not worth it.
You say just fold the tent, bro. Listen, I ain't gonna be. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, listen, I'm always support Brooklyn. Like, I'm always have stock.
I will always listen. Like Brooklyn will always like listen. We got other things that we got that the world don't got. But basketball right now ain't it.
Basketball ain't it right now. But I will say this. Listen, I know who getting the number one. I will say this, bro. Like, listen, for me, I got an idea who getting the number one pick this year, and I might have me a Western Conference team, man. If this offseason don't go right, bro, like I swear to God. I ain't gonna lie to you, Breeze, bro. Like, I'm gonna still support, obviously, Brooklyn, bro. Like, but I'm gonna have me a Western Conference team because I'm not gonna keep losing. I ain't with this losing shit, bro. Like, for real. But
listen, man. I just followed you, Leaf. I just followed you, man. I think that's your avatar, man. So Leaf4788.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name again?
Appreciate it. I'm gonna get my rants and everything started. Yeah, I'm doing watch parties for the playoffs. Last night I was wilding, man. Trey Young did the unthinkable, bro. Like I seen that game, bro.
Yeah.
All right, listen. And before you dip, I already know who to do. Like before you dip, Leaf, like the Nets, I already know who they like. Listen, we don't need no Victor Wembanyama or nothing like that. They about to draft Daniel Jones, and we about to win the chip. All right, dead ass. We about to draft Daniel Jones to win the chip.
Bet. I'm with it. I'm co-signing it, bro. Listen, anything to get Brooklyn at the top, bro. Like I'm co-signing it.
Yo, Leaf, boy. Like how old are you, Leaf?
I'm 35, man. I just turned 35.
All right. So you're 35. You might be seeing a few grays. Trust me, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I'm out of here, man. Y'all stay safe, man. Salute, salute, Breeze. Salute the channel, man. Hit the like and subscribe button, man. I'm out of here.
Yeah, no. Everybody here, get them likes up, man. This is comedy here, man. Thank you so much.
Yo, man. Who said thank you, man? Thank you, man. Yeah, appreciate the podcast.
I'm on the phone, boy. Mind your business. I'm at work.
I appreciate the podcast too. I was say, yo, good looking, man. I appreciate that, bro. But yeah, man. Listen, I'm glad y'all all got to say how y'all feel. I want to just get into the comment though. I think the Nets are on the fence about Cam Johnson. I think they do want to make him a priority and sign him to keep him with Mikal Bridges. But I think they're going to do what it takes to keep him. Even if the other teams raise the offer sheet, I think they still find a way to keep Cam Johnson to make the situation with Mikal Bridges work. And Nick Claxton. After that, I don't think they got loyalty to anybody besides Jacque Vaughn. That's how I feel about the Nets going forward. But I think that's what they're going to do. Show loyalty to those four. The Jacque Vaughn, the coach, the three players, Clax, Cam Johnson, and Mikal Bridges. Everybody else, it's the business at this point. You know what I mean? I don't know what they're going to do. But hopefully, Cam Thomas is not the last song we sing. Hopefully they make him this instrumental next season, but it's too early to say, man. And if Lee's watching that watch party, shout to him, man. I might watch it. I might go to his page, subscribe to his page, subscribe to Unpopular Opinion Sports page. I was on Heart of the City last night. Dope show, man. I seen what y'all was saying after I left, man, but nah, I had dad duty, so I had to dip. But shout to Unpopular Opinion Sports. They come on at 8:30 on Tuesdays, and we got into a lot of the stuff. If you want Unpopular Opinion, you could get into some of that stuff before I dip. I'm about to breathe soon, but that show was fire, man. But I had missed some of it. I kind of wanted to, just expand a little bit on, what you thought about who would you like? Forget who on the radar with Trae Young, because I don't think Trae Young is really on the radar, and I don't really think I think Dame Lillard is on the radar more than Trae Young. But besides Dame Lillard, what you want to see the Nets do go forward as a fan?
If they don't make a trade, honestly, I just want them to develop Cam Thomas and showcase this dude as a scorer that he is, because the Nets need scoring. You see what I'm saying? And that's the only reason why I'm a component of getting or trading for Dame Lillard, because the guys that you have on the roster you're not using. So it's like, okay, if you're not going to use these guys, then you gotta dangle them as trade chips. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what I was trying to come at with that situation, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Breezy, you made me a Cam Thomas fan, man. This dude is a bucket waiting to happen, man. But why aren't they playing him? Why are they only playing him 8 minutes? So if you're not going to use him, then you need to trade him. And I'm going for the big fish, man. If I'm giving away young talent like that, I want the biggest, baddest, you know what on the planet, man. You know what I'm saying? Right now, that's dang. Go ahead.
To answer your question, Breezy, what I want as a Net fan, I want Sean Marks to no longer exist. And let me rephrase that. I don't want him to be on the team. He can still be alive and stuff, but he can't exist in the Brooklyn Nets world ever.
We don't know if we want him as the GM. I got you.
Yeah, like he nah, man. He got to get up out of here. I would like the Nets to actually to me, Cam Thomas as of right now is Jordan Poole, and in order for Cam to really see playing time and success the way folks want him to, you got to put him on a team like the Rockets, where it's there's nobody. He could really display his skill. Or whatever.
So who we getting back from the Rockets though?
I'm saying if folks want to see Cam Thomas shine, he has to be in a situation like that where it's
I disagree. I listen, and again, I want y'all to argue this point or agree with this point, but I don't want y'all to do it. Hold on. Let me make the point.
Breezy. The reason why I say that is because if he starts here, right? Breezy. If he starts here, he's ball dominant. That's taking away shots from Bridges and Cam Johnson, correct?
No, that's not correct.
That's true.
You taking it? No, that's not correct. First and foremost, I don't need Mikal Bridges shooting at a volume of 26 shots a game. I think he should be capped off at 20. I think he should be capped off at 20 shots a game, and I'm giving Cam Johnson 15 shots a game. And then it's a make or miss league. But I'm making Cam Thomas an instrumental part of the offense for the simple fact, and this is why I'm asking you to argue or agree with. Don't be in the middle. I agree. If like you say, you going back to the Valley, and if you believe that if you watch the Suns, you know that Mikal Bridges on the Suns was a perimeter defender, one of the best perimeter defenders, even a decoy candidate to the extent. So I'm saying that to say we lost that with the Brooklyn Nets. He wasn't that guy that he was on the Suns because of the offensive obligation. So case in point is you make Mikal Bridges lose his some of the offense obligation, not lose but share. You share some of the offense obligation with Cam Thomas, so that way you could be the defender that you were on the Suns. Because I seen Trae Young scoring Mikal Bridges at the end of the game. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Trae Young hit him with the pump fake and scored on Mikal Bridges right after the trade? There was plays.
That's coaching. That's probably put him in the wrong position, because that's what they should have done. He could share the shots with homeboy. It's not a problem. They just wanted to elevate him to make him look better than he is right now. Not saying that, but they just put him in a position where they wanted to make justified trade. He could definitely share the court with homeboy and get the same amount of shots.
Exactly.
You don't have to play him 40 minutes. You tired him out.
Right. And you got to play him 40 minutes, and you want him to. I agree with you, bro. Go ahead.
Shots, 25 shots.
Because Breezy, Breezy to me at this point, it sounds like you just want Cam Thomas to be the guy or whatever, and it's that's cool. But how can he be the? Yeah, but it's is he really the guy? I don't think so.
But what I'm saying is, we
He
in these
hasn't
last
had the
28
opportunity
games after the
to show
trade, I
that.
think in this
But
after, in these last 28 games after the trade, I think we should have been able to see that, and he didn't get the opportunity. And the one time, and again, I just really think he felt like, yo, I could turn it on when I want to. He had a point to prove that last game of the season. Show Jacques Vaughn, the team that we going versus in the playoffs, I can score the ball. And when you look at the games that we lost, 9 times out of 10, it was because, or 3 out of 4, it was because we couldn't
that's like
score the
scoring.
ball.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
case in
Couldn't
point is,
score. Yep, we couldn't
you
close.
walking past, you walking past Cam Thomas like you got something better to do. And when we seen Royce O'Neal be instrumental in the offense, we see him lay the egg. You know what I mean? For lack of better words, we see Joe Harris miss. We see Royce O'Neal miss. We see Spencer miss. These guys weren't showing up on the offensive side of the ball. Even Mikal Bridges was hot in the first half, but for one reason or another, Jacques Vaughn couldn't call a play to set Mikal Bridges, get him open to score the ball. So my point is that yeah, it's some coaching, and a lot of it, I believe it. I wanted to harp on what
You
I
know
was
what
saying
Jacques
earlier
Vaughn
about.
is?
Hold on, y'all. Which I was saying earlier in a conversation about the coaches, and who is the player development coach one, and who's the offensive. And I was going to say this on Heart of the City last night, NYG22, the offensive coordinator, who's helping him run offensive sets. You know what I mean? And who's developing Cam Thomas? Those are two different coaches as assistant coaches with the Brooklyn Nets. Who's there? Like, who's doing that? Whose job is that?
Here's
You know
the
what I'm
thing,
saying?
They don't have one, Breezy. And the thing about it is Jacques Vaughn, for all his supposedly defensive knowledge, this Nets team is one of the worst teams at defending the 3-point shot I have seen in a while. Like
Right.
they're not good. You see what I'm saying? So Jacques Vaughn is not even giving you the defensive prowess that, you know what I'm saying, he preaches. You know what I'm saying? Jacques Vaughn is a low budget version of Tom Thibodeau over there in New York. That's what he is.
yo, let me
He's
add one thing.
a defensive minded coach that does not like to play young players, and he's stuck in his ways.
Yo, let me add one
That's
thing.
who he
Right?
is.
What his philosophy of let's shoot 43s, right? Just based on the numbers, we shoot 38%, or we were shooting 38%. So his idea of like drawing up an offensive game plan is like, if we shoot 43s and we make 38% of them, that's 15.2 threes. That's 45 points that we could score. Not knowing that that's just 1 point extra. It's not about the threes, it's about scoring. How do you set up the threes? His philosophy is just like, yo, if we go by the averages, we should be able to win the game. And whoever is his offensive coordinator is an idiot, because he's not looking at what he has. He's just looking at the numbers. Like, you got to look at your personnel too as well. Like, you don't want Doe shooting 10 threes. You don't want Royce O'Neal thinking he's Ray Allen. You don't want some of these guys shooting these threes. You want to put the right personnel to make sure that those numbers actually equate to the guys that you have on the court.
I'm saying, like, but for those who keep vouching for Cam Thomas and be like, I'm putting up these crazy numbers with the 40 points at the third or whatever the case. I'm saying, like, he's clearly doing something wrong, because Royce O'Neal's clearly doing something right, because he's not putting up the numbers, but yet he's getting the minutes.
I disagree. I disagree. I disagree.
Like clearly,
No, that's not clear. Anytime a player could score 40 points 3 games in a row, anytime a player could score 40 points 3 games in a row, and Jacques Vaughn is pick round 1, number 27. Did you know that? As a round 1, Jacques Vaughn as a player, he got picked round 1, draft pick number 27, the same as Cam Thomas. There's a connection there, a bond that Jacques Vaughn can grow with. And I'm saying a lot of times these players, these coaches that are great, they grow with players that they get from the draft, and they build these relationships with players like Duncan, and Pop.
Gil, answer your question. You asked Gil that same question. The reason why he's not a priority, like, there's no bond there. He got his bag, and as soon as he got his bag, coaching went out the window. As you can clearly see, those same things he used to do, call these timely timeouts, he stopped doing everything. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna just rock. He stopped coaching, bro. He got that bag, and it was over for him. He did a Ben Simmons.
Oh man, I want to defend Jacques Vaughn, but it would have been nice to see him put Cam Thomas in the lineup. And to Frank's point, that's the reason why I said all of that about Cam Thomas, because am I bugging? Did y'all see the drop off of Mikal Bridges' perimeter defense, or am I exaggerating?
No, you're not. But at the same time, it's like,
I've seen it.
It's like what? Like I'm really being honest when it comes to them. Is like when it comes to the Nets, like what for like the next 4 to 5 years, like what can you expect from them? Like
the playoffs.
First round exits.
Again, respectfully, I mean, that's what we've seen the last 2 seasons, and I think that fans are frustrated with. Like, I'm vlogging about how ain't shit funny. I'm vexed. I'm not happy going into next season. I'm disappointed. You know what I mean? I'm not pretending like this is a successful season. I thought we had winnable games, and I don't want to say just because Jacque Vaughn is the head coach and Steve Nash is not that we successful. Now it take more. I think we could have did more. I think we make it to the second round by just the adjustments we asked Steve Nash to make that Jacque Vaughn didn't make. A large part of the basketball is adjustments in the playoffs because you're playing one team 4 times in a row, and sometimes who decides who wins is the adjustments made by the coach. So we didn't make the adjustments to win because we were missing the 3 ball. They were making the 3 ball, and we didn't. Go ahead.
Question for you, right? So based on what you saw, because I saw that exit interview, this dude Marks was talking about how people are going to come and play, are going to want to come and play for Jacque Vaughn. Based on what you see, what transpired, who would want to play for a guy like that who, after you score 40 points, he puts you on the bench, he puts DMPs, he talks bad about you because you scored 40 points and he lost the game, but he doesn't mention his faults in regards to how he coached the game. Like I've never seen a coach blatantly on center stage say, yeah, we scored 40, but we lost the game. And then he threw Ben under the bus, like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's not gonna bode well with the players because players are bitches too. Like they're like, yo, what the hell? Like Watanabe buried in the bench. He's buried in the bench, but yeah, he was shooting the highest percentage from corner threes. Like those numbers that he's looking at, like, oh, let's get up 43s, we shoot 38%. That was him.
Right. No, I agree with you. I think that he should have showed commitment to as something that Cam Thomas wants to not be, and he did. And he showed commitment to Mikal Bridges. He did right with that. He showed Bridges to DFS. He was wrong for that. He should have showed commitment to Cam Thomas over DFS and Cam Thomas over Joe Harris and Ed Sumner even over Seth Curry sometime. You know what I'm saying? Give Ed Sumner minutes. And even DDJ, not for what it's worth. They was balling in G League. Yeah, they was balling. He didn't play. And he got a heart. You know what I'm saying? I like DDJ, even if he ain't the best jump shooter. Like, I think he should work on the 3 ball, but I think he got a heart. Yeah, man, they got a heart. You put Ed Sumner, you talk about grit and nastiness, you get that with DDJ and Ed Sumner, but you didn't give him no minutes. So now I don't know if they're going to go elsewhere or what, but I don't like to see the talent that we have don't get the opportunity just for a player like Ed Sumner take Cam Thomas minutes. They always putting Cam Thomas in a situation where his minutes getting took by somebody else. And I feel like regardless of who the talent is, Cam Thomas still deserves minutes over Ed Sumner sometimes and over DFS sometimes. Absolutely. So again, a lot of this resort to the draft and what they're going to do with the players that come from the draft, i.e. Cam Thomas.
Now, we're not going to play them, man. What's the point of having all those draft picks and you're not going to develop these guys? Like, it's just it's nonsense, man.
I think we go to the free agency, but I'm about to wrap up, man. I'm about to get ready. I gotta maneuver and all that. But shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to John. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to King of Kings. Shout out to Unpopular Opinion Sports, man. Nets fans is the best fans, and that's why I be saying that, man. We gonna be here the entire time. Hopefully, y'all rocking with me the whole summer. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta talk. You already know, bro. I'm not over this, man. I'm not over this. I'm still.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was gonna have to. I said if we won one game, I would buy some Spencer Dinwiddie shoes. I'm glad I ain't have to, man. Because those is a basura, man.
And let me explain real quick, Brady. I didn't get to see on the podcast last night, man. These Knicks fans, I'm gonna tell you one thing, bro. What you do with Knicks versus Nets with T-Tom, that shit is special. These Knicks fans need to chill. Like y'all ain't want a goddamn thing, man. Y'all need to pump the brakes, man, and don't use the Nets as somebody to pick on because you guys think you got something going on right now. That's all I want to say, man. Like, pump the brake, Knicks fans, man. Don't come at us. Don't come at Nets World. Don't come at Nets Nation on some bullshit, man. Because y'all won a couple playoff games, man. Get the fuck out of here. Win a championship, bum ass niggas.
Right. Pull up on Saturday at 11 a.m., man. All facts, man.
Yo.
Yo,
before y'all guys wrap it up or whatever the case pose, my final thing I gotta say is your man's Leo. It's all your fault, dog. All right, Miami Heat, Leo. It's all your fault, man. Just subscribe to hating on Leo, man. Subscribe to his page, you hate on him. Net fans, subscribe to his page, go ahead on him. Because if it wasn't for Jimmy Butler, we wouldn't be in this predicament right now. But whatever.
Hey, your boy Kyrie was talking about, if he didn't get injured. I was like, if you got, I tweeted back at him, if you got vaccinated, we wouldn't be in 6th, 7th place in the play-in. So it could go either way, brother. Like,
hey,
listen, man.
I can't wait for this ESPN 30 for 30 on the Nets. Is gonna be crazy.
Right, as long as we as Nets fans, listen.
Don't be surprised if some of this footage should be in the documentary.
Nah, I wouldn't be, man. We be talking heavy, man. Shout out to y'all. Yo, again, as much as I started this and I love doing it, I love the content as far as the conversation building with y'all, talking about the Nets. And I wouldn't be surprised because we be talking some real shit when it comes down to basketball and sports and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout to the Nets fans because we stay together more than the players, more than the coach, more than the GM and the owner. The Nets fans are going to be here. We were here before this whole regime. No disrespect to them. But again, I want to say that the culture is bigger than just who's filling those jobs. You know what I mean? The culture, the fans are bigger than that. And we're not happy just going to the playoffs, man. We want to win. So shout out to the Brooklyn Nets, man. But we like this all summer, at least me. I'm like this the entire summer. I'm upset at how we ended, and I'm anxious until next season, man. But shout out to y'all guys. I appreciate y'all. And, I'll be back, man. But enjoy the playoffs, man. I wish the Nets was in it. I'll see y'all later, man. Peace.
Big fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N-B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N